Have you ever just sat there, completely still, in the middle of the night, thinking about how everything you love will one day be gone? That your parents will age, your children will grow up, your body will fail, and eventually, you too will die? Most of us try to avoid this thought. We scroll, we distract, we pretend we have time. But somewhere deep down, we all know. The clock is ticking. We age, we slow down, and one day we stop. There's this haunting silence around the subject of death. No one wants to talk about it. And yet, every day we lose people. Loved ones, strangers, celebrities, children, old folks. Some go peacefully, some violently, but they all go. And the world keeps turning. What happens after we die? That question has haunted humanity for centuries. For some, death is the end. Darkness, nothing. For others, it's a transition, a gateway, a passage to something far greater, or perhaps far worse. But here's the real fear. It's not just about dying. It's about not knowing what happens next. It's about aging and wondering if all those years meant anything. It's about watching your reflection change and realizing you're moving toward a destination you can't delay. And most terrifying of all, ... It's about being forgotten. You see, death isn't just about physical decay. It's emotional, spiritual. It's the slow unraveling of your identity. And as you grow older, these thoughts intensify. Your mind drifts to regrets, missed chances, sins, mistakes, promises you couldn't keep, people you hurt, things you never said, things you wish you could undo. In those quiet hours of the night, when the world is asleep and your thoughts get louder, there's a question that whispers louder than all the rest. What will happen to me when I die? This is where faith steps in. This is where Islam, like many spiritual traditions, offers not fear, but clarity. Not emptiness, but meaning. Islam doesn't sugarcoat death. It doesn't deny its pain, but it explains it. It places it within a bigger picture, one where your life matters, your struggles matter, your choices echo beyond the grave. So let me tell you a story. Not a fantasy, not a fiction, but what millions of Muslims around the world believe, deep in their hearts, happens the moment your soul leaves your body. According to Islam, death is not the end. It's the beginning of the real journey. This life, it's a test, a temporary station. And when our time is up, our soul leaves this world and enters the realm called Barzakh, the barrier between this world and the next. Imagine this. Your body lies still, cold, lifeless, but your soul, it's awake, conscious, aware. You watch as your body is washed, wrapped, and prayed over. You see your loved ones cry, some broken, some numb, some silent. You see people say things about you, good and bad. You realize how little of your story they truly understood. Then, as your body is lowered into the grave, your soul is met by two angels. They're not terrifying monsters. They are dignified, but firm. They ask you three questions. Simple, yet weighty. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? Your answers are not just words. They come from your life, your deeds, your sincerity, your belief. If you lived truthfully, you answer with ease. But if you mocked faith, chased only this world, or lived in heedlessness, your tongue will falter. For those who answer correctly, the grave becomes wide, filled with light. It feels peaceful, like a cool breeze on a summer day. A window to paradise is opened, and your soul rests in comfort. But for those who fail, the grave becomes tight, dark, suffocating. A window to hell is opened. The soul feels fear, regret, and a loneliness deeper than anything they felt in life. And there it stays. In Barzakh, until the day of judgment. Now imagine this. Centuries pass, or maybe just a few days. Time flows differently in that realm. And then the trumpet is blown. The sky rips open. Mountains crumble. Oceans boil. The world ends. Every soul is summoned back into a body. Not your earthly body, but one made for eternity. That you rise from your grave. Disoriented, millions around you. Some screaming, some in awe, some weeping. The sun hangs low. The heat unbearable. People stand on an endless plain. Barefoot, unclothed, vulnerable. No status. No bank accounts. No followers. Just you and your deeds. Then, your book of life is handed to you. If it's given in your right hand, it means salvation. If in your left, it means you failed. The pages don't lie. Every thought, every action, every intention, it's all there. The things you hid, the words you whispered, the moments no one saw. They're recorded. Then comes the scale. Your deeds are weighed. Not just how much you did, but how sincerely. Maybe you gave charity, but did you do it to show off? Maybe you prayed, but were you present? Maybe you sinned, but then cried and asked forgiveness. The scale knows. It balances not just actions, but hearts. And then the bridge. Thinner than a hair, sharper than a sword. It stretches over hell. Everyone must cross it. The righteous fly over it. The doubtful crawl. The wicked fall. But paradise, oh paradise, it's not just gardens. It's a place of peace. No fear, no grief, no aging, no pain. You reunite with loved ones. You see colors you never imagined. Hear sounds that soothe the soul. You meet prophets, angels. You see the face of your Creator. And in that moment, everything makes sense. But hell, it's not just fire. It's regret, separation, emptiness. It's the realization that you had a chance and you wasted it. That life was a test and you failed. That truth was spoken and you ignored it. Islam teaches that God is merciful. He is just. No one is punished without proof. No one is saved without reason. But everyone is given a chance, a warning, a sign. Maybe this video is that sign for someone. So why does this matter? Because you're still alive. You're breathing. You can change. You can seek. You can prepare. No matter how far you've drifted, you're not too far gone. Your heart still beats. And while it does, the door is still open. Think of life like a short dream. One day you'll wake up and realize it was all a test. The money, the pain, the heartbreak, the victories, the moments you felt invisible. It was all preparing you for that final destination. And while some fear that moment, Islam offers a different lens. It tells you that death is not to be feared if you lived truthfully, that the grave is not terrifying if your heart was sincere, that the end is not the end. So now the question is, what are you living for? Are you building only for this world, or are you investing in the one that lasts forever? Are you chasing likes, fame, validation, or are you chasing peace, purpose, and your Creator? This isn't about converting you. It's about inviting you to reflect, to pause, to wonder, because one day you'll take your final breath, your eyes will close, and in that silence, your soul will rise. Make sure it rises to something beautiful, because no matter who you are, where you're from, what you've done, you still have time, but not forever.